What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel if you're returning. I just wanted to do a quick video on my 2025 Toyota Landcruiser and focus really on the worst things that I think are wrong with this car. But full disclaimer, I just want to say that I really enjoy my car. I'm really happy I purchased it and I don't have any regrets. I have fun driving this thing, taking it everywhere, off-road, on-road, on road trips. But with this particular video, I wanted to focus on some of the cons and the little annoyances that I've had to experience while driving this car. I recently made a video for hitting 5,000 miles in the Toyota Landcruiser, and I'm actually at about 66. Oh, actually, I'm almost at 7,000 miles already. But while driving this, since we're on the inside, I just want to start and talk about this little thing right here. There is a camera that records you, and so it records your eyes. If you look away, and I mentioned it in my 5,000 mile review, if you look away, it will beep at you.
Getting cooled seats, buttons for climate control, but you get a lot of this.
And in the comments, people were like, you can just turn it off. I didn't know that you could turn it off, but in order to turn it off, it's kind of a lot. So you have to go into the settings on this main display right here. You don't do it on the infotainment in the middle, but you do it on this this little dash digital gauge cluster. From here, you go to your HUD, and then with all this stuff, you go to all these random acronyms. You go to vehicle settings, hold OK. So from this vehicle settings, you have to scroll all the way down here to driver monitor settings. And from this driver monitor settings, you have to click this to driver monitor alert off. So it's by default on, you click it off, and then this thing stops pinging you when you look away. Because if you don't, even if you look away like for a quick second like this, it'll ping it because it's tracking your eyeballs, which is good for the safety technology, but it's very annoying if you're driving this thing every day. I wish they just didn't include it. And then also another thing with being inside here is that I mentioned in the 5,000 mile review, if you drive without your seatbelt, like say you're just moving the car just a little bit, right? You're just like, maybe you got to move it in the parking lot or something. Yep, so it's detected that I haven't been wearing my seatbelt. Even though I'm going under like 10 miles an hour, it's just gonna keep on dinging and dinging until you buckle up. Right, and it doesn't stop. Like, it just does not stop. So I saw that in a comment that you can buy something like a certain item that lets you turn and disable that. You plug it in down here. You can't just turn it off on your display. Kind of sucks, but that's another annoyance that I have with the vehicle. So the second thing that annoys me with sitting in this cockpit here is that when you're sitting in the front, you don't really have a lot of storage capacity or storage space to put things. So like, you know, you have your wallet. It's cool because you can put your phone right here and it'll charge. But yeah, you put your phone there. You have these two small cup holders, and like if you have a bigger cup, so I have this Awala bottle, it doesn't fit. So I just have to usually throw it on here. Hopefully it doesn't slide like off the seat or off the seat. You have this cool box. Turn it on. It cools whatever's in there. But I don't really use this much. I know I have some energy drinks in there, but really I'd rather just have a normal like compartment here on the middle console. So like it's kind of random. You have some pockets here on the side door, so like I have gum and stuff, but like that's it. There's really nowhere else to put your storage up here. Even like up here, you don't have like a glasses holder. Minor inconvenience. I mean, you have this sunshade, but it's this little slide out one instead of like this whole thing being able to slide. Just a little minor inconvenience, but that's just me nitpicking everything because this whole video is about things that I don't really like. Easily, I like way more things than dislike about this vehicle, but again, you know, you look in here, that's your glove box compartment. It's very small. And then that's it. There's nowhere else to put. I think that the Toyota Tacoma and the Toyota 4Runner actually did better in terms of being able to put stuff for your storage. It has better storage capacity. But in general, I know this is a con video, or like things I don't like, I'm just gonna say I like the interior way more than the 4Runner and the Tacoma have to offer. It feels like they just kind of put a big screen in the middle of their center console, and then that's it. While this one is more fluid, and you see that these two screens are right next to each other. You have this leather. I like the buttons on here. I like everything about the Landcruiser better than the 4Runner, to be honest with you. Now, the third thing that I don't like about this vehicle, after taking it on 3 road trips, so like each road trip has been 7+ hours, is I'm definitely gonna say the gas. So here you can see the gas. You pop this open. So let's just open it up and see. This is what's gonna get you the premium unleaded fuel only. So as you can see, this thing only takes premium fuel, and it gets very expensive. I'm only averaging about, I would say, 18 miles per gallon. I think on paper they said this thing averages from like 20 to 23. I haven't seen that, and I don't think many Landcruiser owners have seen that either. So with it even being a hybrid, you think you'd get better gas mileage, but it's really not that better than the V6, to be honest. Another thing about the gas is that the gas tank is not big at all. I believe the gas tank holds up to 17.9 gallons. And so when you fill up your gas all the way, it'll get you to about, I just filled it up today at lunch, but it'll get you to about 280-ish miles. I'd like to say, but it's a very small tank for the size of this vehicle. So on those road trips that we've had, we had to stop pretty much every 2.5 hours-ish, maybe 3 hours to gas up. And it just kind of sucks that, I mean, if you're overlanding or you're trying to go long distances, you definitely need to bring another gas canister or a jerry can or something. Because this thing just doesn't have a big enough fuel tank to go on a long trip without gassing up. And I think the last thing that is one of the worst things about this car, and minor annoyances, is the beeping when you lock your door. I think it's kind of a safety thing as well, but if the car either detects that there's like weight in your back seat, or you open your door, so let me just open my door. I'll open it and close it. Then you turn off the vehicle. So I'll turn it off. Okay, now I'm gonna lock the vehicle, and it's gonna beep like 5 times. Yeah, and it's kind of annoying to hear that when you're just parking around other people, and it's a little obnoxious. I'm not sure how to turn it off, so if you guys have any idea in the comments, I'd appreciate it. It just seems like a lot, and I think the reason that I saw in the forums is because it's a safety thing in case someone puts their kid in the back seat and forgets about them. When they lock the car, the 5 or 6 beeps reminds them that hey, there's something in the back of the car. So let me look in the back of the car. Oh yeah, I don't have any kids. So it's just annoying. I don't know how to turn it off. Again, a minor inconvenience. I know this sounds like first world problems. Again, I want to reiterate, I am a proud owner of the Landcruiser. I don't regret this vehicle. I think it's honestly way better than the new Toyota 4Runner. Not trying to hate for that, but that's my preference. I've had a 4Runner before. And this whole video is just to highlight things that I don't like. So the worst things to me. But easily, again, more pros than cons in having the Toyota Landcruiser. I love this thing, and I think I'm going to make more videos really centered about the Toyota Landcruiser and me being an owner of this vehicle. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them in the comments below, and I appreciate you guys' support. And as always, stay safe, keep grinding, and y'all take it easy.